Welcome to the Muxall Open IoT channel. I am your host, Michael Crane.
Okay, so here's the box for the Shapeoko XXL. As you can see, it's I think it's like 148 pounds. I don't guess the UPS guy liked delivering it. It looks pretty beat up. I actually started opening it, and I said, "Well, let me take a video of it." Yeah, so hopefully nothing got broke. Looks like it was dropped on the ground, or dropped a few times. Probably because they didn't like the like how much it weighed. So let me open it up. I'll be back. I'm working by myself, so I can't really slide the box out. So I cut it off, and there's a box inside a box. So it looks in a little better shape, thank goodness. And looking at it, it looks like I have it upside down. Of course, right? So yeah, let me flip this guy over and we'll see what's inside of it. Okay, pulled the lid off of it there. Looks okay. It looks like they tried using some cardboard as cutouts to cushion all the pieces in here, and looks like they got crushed pretty good. But one thing I was happy to see was a manual. So that's very nice. At least I hope there's a manual in there. Yeah, sure enough, assembly guide. Beautiful. Yeah, I was wondering if I was going to have to get my PC out to assemble this thing, but thank you for giving me a manual, so that saves me from having to drag my laptop out here. And here's a notice that says, "This is the first revision of our new Shapeoko Z Plus documentation. This version is shipped as an addendum, but will be incorporated in the main doc." Okay. So you can read this if you want. I'm not going to record me reading it to you, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so yeah, this is just, look at this. This is the addendum for the Z Plus kit, which I ordered. I believe the Z Plus, you'd think I would know, right? Because I ordered it, but I think it just replaces a belt with a gear for the Z axis. I'm just gonna look through this real quick with you. It looks pretty good. So, there's a lot of pages, and it's double-sided, so prep the X-ray. Well, this looks like it's for more than just the Z axis. New for Z Plus. Well, I guess not. I don't know. I'll go through this. It's hard for me to look at this and record it with the phone. There's probably a manual online, so you can go get it. And if I find the URL for it, I'll post it in the video. Anyway, I was looking at this assembly guide, and it seems to be very nice. And it's very professionally, I don't know, I doubt if they did this on a printer. It looks like it was professionally done somewhere. But one of the things I noticed is it's 76 pages long. And I seem to remember on their website, they said that this thing could be assembled in 2 hours. And I don't know if I could read a 76-page document in 2 hours. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe some of it doesn't need to be, some of the steps don't need to be performed, but it's not a user's guide, it's just an assembly guide, so yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to inventory our components. Okay, so we'll just start from the bottom here, I guess. So we got B, C, D, E, F. So we've got B, C, D, E, and F, and F, G, H, I, and then J, which is pretty much everything on there, right? But it does have a note down here. If you ordered the Carbide compact router, which we did, you'll have box K. All right, and I have not opened. It's not labeled, so I have not opened it. I'm guessing that's what it is. This one's labeled. I called it box L, even though it's not on the list, and that's my little sweepy attachment. So it looks like we have everything here, and as an added bonus, I found this in the box. I have no idea what it is. I don't know what it is. I'll have to pull it out and take a look at it. So I pulled it out and it looks like they're collets. Excellent. Yeah, they were just kind of floating around in the box. Yes, and if you want to see what's left in the box, there's some scraps left in there. Yeah, that little bag was just floating around in here. And here's the rest of the other packing. I kind of dug around in here. I didn't really see anything else in here, so I think I got it all out. When I saw that little packet, it kind of scared me. I was like, oh no, is there going to be little parts floating around in here? I don't know if those were accidentally stuck in there or thrown in there as an afterthought, or that's the way they really come shipped. I do believe I get extra collets with my router, so I would assume they would have been in the box. Anyway, so call the inventory checked off. Okay, so we're on page 8 now. It's already been about 30 minutes. Of course, I'm going pretty slow. I'm going through the manual and I'm setting all this stuff up. But yeah, so this they want us to empty the final assembly box and inventory it. Here's inventory. I won't bother reading it to you. But as you can see, it's just, A is the power cord. I'm sorry, N is a power cord. It's kind of weird. So we'll start from the bottom. A is on the bottom down here, which is the Allen head wrenches. Then we've got the 1310 and 8mm wrench, and some screws and feet and that sort of thing. This thing right here, the router mount and the router adapter ring here, this was actually inserted in this, and so this router ring was actually inserted in this router base, and I actually didn't even see it. I thought I was missing it, and I noticed it was just stuck in there. We got some Loctite and some belts and mounts and tie straps, and that's a nice little serial number plate, I guess, or it's a built-by plate. A USB cable, and yeah, anything's. Yeah. Oh, they gave us it's a 1/4-inch square end mill cutter, and the only other extra thing, I put T on it. I just threw the collets in there. I went ahead and put everything on this roll around cart, and I put it on my really clean shop towel here to keep everything from rolling around and getting lost. It looks like we've got everything on the list, so let's move on. Okay, so we're on page 9 here. This is the wiring harness box. I guess they want us to go ahead and inventory it. There's supposed to be 4 items in it, A, B, C, and D, and then I guess these are the different boxes. Yeah, it looks pretty close, except we have. So we've, the wiring harness, which is A, yeah. And then B is a homing switch plate kit. C is a there's B. C is a drag chain bracket kit, and D is the cable wire tie downs. And I've got an extra piece here. I'm guessing it's for the homing switch. I don't know. It really doesn't look like the picture, but the picture is not the greatest. So what is C supposed to be? Drag chain bracket? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like the picture. So yeah, we got another extra part there. Okay, so the next one is going to be the Y. I guess they're making me go through every one of these boxes to inventory it. This is going to take 2 hours by itself, I'm sure. So anyway, let me go open these other boxes. Okay, so I started reading this Z Plus kit assembly and installation. I was kind of reading through this because I knew that this was going to change, this XZ, because yeah, so it's a Z Plus, right? It's not just the XZ. And like I said, I pulled this thing out, and it's a screw instead of a belt, and it's got a big old honking motor on it. Jeez, that stepper motor is huge. Anyway, I was reading through this thing, and so they've got step overrides, and it basically just says, you know, these are the new steps, all right? And so we already missed one, removing the components, and then no change in the final assembly. See, we're already on page 9, so we missed a step on page 7. So we'll go back and let's see, what is it for 7? Let's see, in the Z Plus kit, the Z Plus box will replace the item EXZ assembly box in the original component list. Okay, the pre-assembled wiring harness box F contains many Z Plus components not included in the original Shapeoko kit, which explains, yep. It doesn't say what the components are, it just says many. So maybe that board that we couldn't figure out what it was for is for the Z Plus. Okay, the aluminum extrusion rail package, item G, contains 3 extrusion, boy, that's easy for me to say, rails. The X rail and Y rail as part of the Z Plus kit. Each comes with several new pre-drilled holes. Okay, doesn't really tell me a whole lot other than the name of the box. Page 8 was no change. Page 9, wiring harness box. Okay, here's where it might tell us what is in there. Replaces all items with the following. A, the pre-assembled wiring harness with integrated proximity switches. Okay. B, the drag chain mounting kit, upgraded brackets and hardware. Okay. C, proximity switch mounting kit, upgraded with brackets and hardware, cable tie down, PCB riser board. So that's part E. Control unit adapter for proximity switches. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. It's got some different parts, I guess. But yeah, we didn't know what E was, and now we know. I even wrote E on it. No, I didn't. I'll go write E on it. Okay, so on this, sorry to keep moving around. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So page 9, Y-axis carriage boxes. I guess we can jump over here, look at the Y-axis carriage boxes, left and right, and we've got them right there. Okay, so check. All right, and then the XZ assembly box, the Z Plus box replaces the XZ assembly box, and contents, the new box contains the following. Okay, Z Plus upgraded XZ cartridge, which is A. There's no pictures, by the way, at least let me check the other page. Maybe there's some pictures on the other page. What's K? Oh, there it is. K, Z Plus. Okay, well, we kind of figured that out. It does look the same. D and R, what is that? Well, we'll get to that page in a second. Okay, let's just finish up what we're doing. Okay, so the Z Plus X-axis stepper motor and mounting hardware. Okay, so that's that guy in there. I didn't bother pulling them out. And here's the mounting hardware for it. And the tramming plate and hardware. Well, here we go. There it is right there. So that's C. And we've got B and B. And then we've got A. Okay? Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, so I don't miss any more steps, is I'm going to sit down with the new instructions and the old instructions, and then make a mark next to the old instructions where I need to jump over to the new instructions, so I don't have to keep, looking back and forth, or I don't miss anything. So I'm not going to record myself doing this, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I went ahead and made notes in the original manual to reference the revised manual. change, or at least the changes to the manual. And let's see, we've already done this one right here, which was the XZ Plus. Okay, so now we need to inventory the Carbide compact router box. So let me go get that guy. Okay, well, let's see, according to this, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. I guess those are extra brushes. It says shown in, okay, yeah, I didn't bother pulling them out of the package. It looks like we have everything there. There's actually a box inside the box. So I'm just gonna, this is the one that I was telling you wasn't labeled, box K. I'm just gonna toss it to the side and just keep that box right there. But yeah, that looks good. Okay, so next on the step is the aluminum rails, and we've got a revision to look at. All right, yeah. Houston, I think we have a bit of a problem here. So we got the aluminum rails, and of course we've got a revision. So let's jump over to the revision, and it says there's only 2 revisions. It says the Z Plus kit includes 2 upgrade aluminum extrusion rails, the old X and the Y1 rails. So they're replacing the X and Y1s with the new ones. The new rails come equipped with pre-drilled mounting holes for the new drag chain supports and the integrated cable tie downs. Okay, so it says A and B. There's no pictures or anything. It just says X and Y, X and Y1. So if we come over to the picture, identifying X is pretty simple. It's got the label on it. Okay, so that's good. And then Y1 has 2 threaded holes. The old one did, and then Y2 has no holes in it at all. Okay, so let's go look at what we got. And here's what we got. And the X. Let me back up here a little bit. Yeah, so you can see X is easy to identify. It's got the logo, no problems. Yeah, so Y1 and Y2, according to this manual here, Y2 has no logo and no mounting holes. All right. Well, every one of the brackets we have mounting holes. So the only thing I could figure is I flipped X over here. And I flipped, anyway, and I compared it to the other ones. And it said in these revised instructions that the new rails come equipped with pre-drilled mounting holes for the new drag chain supports and tie downs. And so I kind of deduced that. So the X has these grouped together holes right here, right? And I don't know which is which. I could probably pull the parts out, but I'm not going to. But I noticed that only one of the Y brackets had the same kind of holes. And so I'm guessing the one I put the Y1 with the question mark, I'm guessing that is the Y1. And Y2, even though it's not supposed to have any holes, now has some holes. So yeah, they definitely need to update. They need to update the revised update, right? Okay. So yeah, I'm fairly confident that's going to be okay. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, so next is on the list are the end plates. They want us to inspect the integrated nuts. Let's see, we've got 2 of them right there. They are fairly large. I'm trying to back up to get the picture in the phone. And I'll inspect the nuts. I'm not gonna video that. They look to be okay. I'll make sure the threads are formed. Yeah. The only way I could actually verify that, I think, is to run a screw down there in them, and I'm not going to do that. I'll just do a quick visual. Everything looks to be okay. Excellent. Next thing on the list are the cross straps. They're packaged together, blah, blah, blah. And here they are. And I back up a little bit. Yeah, them were some heavy dudes there. They got a bit just kind of scuffed up in shipping or manufacturing. I'm not sure which, but yeah, they didn't do too well in the whole manufacturer to customer process. I know I didn't damage them, so yeah, they either got manufactured that way. I'm guessing they having these manufactured in China and then having them shipped to them, and they're just drop shipping them to me. Anyway, there's 3 of them. They still work, even though a little bit scratched up. So let's move on. Okay, so the next thing on the list are the 2 MDF plates. And it says they're identical, packaged in the bottom, identify them. And then it says this interesting warning about sealing them with some lacquer or polyurethane. So yeah, and here they are right here, and yeah, they probably do need to be sealed. The shop is fairly, waterproof, but yeah, it's open all the doors up, and if it's a kind of a real humid day, it could possibly damage them. Although I have other wood in here that never really has any problems, but yeah, we don't want this. I don't want to have to try to replace these boards, so I'll probably end up sealing them. Well, my friends, that's it for inventorying the components. Step 1. So yeah, I guess the next step is I can kind of show you this, I guess, real quick. They got additional tools. That's nothing very interesting. It's got some notes on orientation, and that's about it. And step 2 is assemble the base frame. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put some. This is brushing lacquer. Fast dries for multiple coats, no sand in between coats. Resist brush marks. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I don't. It's kind of cold out here. I don't know. It's probably under 60, maybe in the 55. So yeah, I don't know if this stuff is gonna dry in. It says dries in 30 minutes. We'll see. I have a feeling I might have to wait till tomorrow. Oh, I'm not gonna read that. Anyway, so that's it for the inventory of the components, and everything looks good. So thumbs up. Okay, so I put some brushing lacquer on the baseboards of the Shapeoko. As you can see, I kind of slathered it on there. I did the bottoms first because I don't want to wait for this thing to dry. I'm just gonna flip them over here in just a minute, and I know it's gonna mess up the finish on the bottoms, but that's actually the bottoms. And because I want it to all dry at the same time. So yeah, let me flip these guys over and I'll do the other side.
Don't forget, you can support the Muxall Open IoT channel by donation using a credit card and PayPal, or by purchasing products at the Muxall store. Details and links are in the description under this video. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, that helps, and hit the subscribe button, that really helps. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the comments under this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.